to us every day. A strange number calling our phone, selling something we don't want.
The I-Team has discovered those calls are more than just annoying. They're potentially illegal. But there is a way to fight back against some of those junk phone calls. One Milwaukee man is doing just that after he says a company called him at least 300 times.
Unknown caller.
For the last 2 years,
I blocked that number, the number that they were originally calling from.
Haynie Smith has spent a lot of time trying to shake one persistent telemarketer.
Some way they were still getting to my voicemail.
But no matter what he did, those calls just kept coming.
And the other numbers were like random, so it was hard for me to keep track of.
An online school, Ashford University, was on the other end of the line.
You know, I don't remember how I encountered them and how they encountered me. I just remember them calling.
After about 20 of those calls, some of them coming twice a day, Smith says he told Ashford to just stop calling.
It was like, geez, this lady won't stop, you know? Why?
It's a pattern described in this federal lawsuit filed by Haynie Smith against Ashford University. Around July 2015, he told Ashford to stop calling, but the calls kept coming, even after Smith's lawyer sent Ashford a letter demanding they cease and desist.
You know, you can tell them to stop, and they have to stop, and then it's unlawful if they don't.
Craig Kimmel is Smith's lawyer. Based in Pennsylvania, he takes cases like this from consumers across the country. Kimmel found himself in Milwaukee because of the sheer number of calls involved. In his belief, every call from Ashford dating back to 2015 violated federal law.
They continued to call, and we have the proof that they received our letter, and we have the proof that they continue to call.
Since 1991, people have been protected from junk phone calls by the Telephone Consumer Protection Act. It limits when a solicitor can call, requires them to obey a do not call list, forbids automated or pre-recorded calls, and makes a solicitor quit calling the moment you say stop.
I told him, I said, I'm not interested, and please stop calling me.
As Haynie Smith showed us, those calls were still coming as recently as a couple weeks ago.
Saved messages.
Calls saved as voicemails, now potential evidence in his case.
Hi, Haynie. It's Ashley from Ashford University. Was reaching out again to see when we can touch base.
Under TCPA, violators can be made to pay anywhere from $500 to $1,500 per phone call. In a case like Haynie Smith's, with more than 300 potential violations, he could win more than $150,000. Craig Kimmel says lawsuits and damages are the only way to get some callers to stop.
Companies will keep calling and calling and calling until you give them a reason not to.
The I-Team asked Ashford University to explain what happened here. In a statement, a spokesperson said, quote, "We comply with all laws related to the Telephone Consumer Protection Act, and we intend to vigorously contest the allegations in Mr. Smith's complaint." We have a link about what you need to know about how to fight these junk phone calls at our website, tmj4.com.